Hey, how's it going, guys? My name is Jackie Fish and welcome to Ancient Empires 2.0. This is the brand new update for the Total War Atilla mod, adding in so much stuff. This update is adding in 24 new playable factions, a complete overhaul to naval combat, a rework to the garrison system, hundreds of new units, complete area of recruitment overhaul, significantly more aggressive AI, several new interesting scripts, numerous events and dilemmas, larger battle maps, campaign map overhaul visuals, thousands of minor tweaks, and added rebellions to all regions, along with a ton of other stuff. So you guys might remember I did do a video on this update a couple days or maybe a week ago, and I said in that video if we hit 500 likes I'd go ahead and do a mini campaign closer to launch. Well, this update comes out tomorrow on Monday, so make sure you check it out. Make sure you're subscribed to both the packs down below in the description to get yourself access to this when it comes out tomorrow. But yeah, you guys went ahead and absolutely demolished that like target, so we're going to start ourselves a campaign. I'm only planning around about maybe 4 or 5 episodes on this campaign. I think we can get a lot done in them. I think that's a nice little sweet spot. However, if you guys keep on dropping likes and comments and you really want to see more of this, I'm happy to do more episodes. Maybe we can do some streams with it, which I think would be really, really fun. And if you guys do want to see another episode of this campaign tomorrow alongside my Bannerlord stream, then make sure you go ahead and drop a like. And if we hit, I don't know, say 350 likes on this video, I'll do another episode of this campaign tomorrow. So make sure if you want to see that to drop a like down below and obviously comment letting me know if you are enjoying this. So I think what we're going to be doing today, there's a lot of really awesome factions. I mean, as you can see, there are just, you know, so many factions. I think every culture group has 4 to 5 factions. It gets pretty crazy indeed how many factions you can actually play. But I think what we're going to do today is actually play one of the newer factions, one of the new 24 playable factions, and that is going to be the Arverni. The Arverni, obviously the ghouls are ready to take down the forces of Rome, and I think, you know, it's going to be a very fun faction for us to play as. There's plenty of very, very awesome factions out there, but obviously this is one of the newer factions, so I thought it would be pretty fun to play them and obviously see what their new technology trees, their building trees, their unit trees are all like. A lot of the newer factions that were added are very much either Gallic or sorry, no, I don't mean Gallic, I mean like tribal, or they're more step focused, or they're more out towards the east. For factions that didn't have necessarily as much love, because Rome and Carthage are pretty hefty, and I think they are planning on a Rome and a Carthage rework at some point. But in this update, they really wanted to kind of flesh out a lot of the other minor factions. You know, again, the Greeks are very much their own kind of style. So yeah, let's just dive in. So we do have a tribal civilization. So obviously, because we are a tribal faction, we get a boost to our agriculture, which is nice, and we also get a bonus to diplomatic relations with other barbarians, which again is pretty good. However, we do suffer severe penalties for political power, which again we'll take a look at when we actually get into the game. And then for our specific Arverni tribes bonus, we get a boost to industry, commerce, and also more loyalties. So that's actually really nice. You know, obviously we have a gold mine to begin the campaign, so we can definitely start to pump that cash up. We'll play on relentless difficulty or very hard difficulty, and let's just dive in as well. We can also go historical names as well, which is kind of cool. It changes every faction's name to you know, what they were more historically in their own language. If you go over to Carthage, you can see that's what they're called. I think for the purpose of this campaign, we don't quite need that on. We'll just be yeah, we'll just go and chill over here. So let's dive into this campaign. Let's see what it has to offer. I'm very much looking forward to this. This is an absolutely massive update. They've been working on this update for a long time. Also, I don't think I even mentioned it in that little rundown of what's being added in, but there are also a ton of custom maps being added, which have been added into the campaign as well, which is super exciting. There's lots of Thrones of Britannia battle maps, which we'll probably run across because we are in kind of the Thrones of Britannia area on the map. There's Rome Total War 2 maps, there's Attila maps, and there's a bunch of Ancient Empire custom maps as well in. So I think that's really exciting. So here we go. We start off, I mean, pretty weak. Obviously, we don't really have much land. We just have this minor village. However, it's making us a ton of cash, and you have that ability to have that gold mine. We already have a noble estate here pumping up our food, which is awesome. And obviously we get the extra money from food. And then we also have the clay pits as well. Now the clay pits are definitely something we could get rid of to try and build that, a gold mine instead. That could definitely be beneficial. But we're making a lot of money right now. The main reason we're making a lot of money is because we don't really have an army. So it's going to obviously be our first objective. But as you can see there is a complete custom build tree for every one of the factions. Obviously each culture group is generally going to kind of suffice from the same build tree. But as you can see, there are a ton of different buildings. And getting this gold mine would not be bad. But we're in no rush to get it, I don't think. And I think I'd rather just keep my money instead of destroying them and rebuilding this. But yeah, a gold mine is going to be something pretty important. But as you can see, there are a ton of really cool buildings. Lots of Rome Total War 1 building icons as well. So let's get our army inside our settlement. We are a little bit unhappy. Why are we so unhappy? So mainly just our buildings. We need kind of happiness buildings. And that's definitely something that you're going to have to worry about in this campaign from my previous times playing it. Is public order is going to be an issue and you can't ignore it. A lot of these higher tier buildings do start like their drawback. They all have drawbacks and their main drawback is either going to be squalor and public order. So that's going to force you to actually have to think about that. You can't just mindlessly upgrade your buildings with no setback. You're going to have to also try and counterbalance that, which is, I think, really fun. It makes building actually a bit more interesting than the default of just like, oh, I'm going to upgrade all my buildings because I've got enough money. No, you actually have to think about, okay, I need to sort out public order in this region, so I'm going to have to build some. And it's going to make it a lot easier once we do obviously conquer a few more land. So I think, honestly, like this settlement is probably going to be our first objective. Taking the overall settlement is going to be really important, but obviously getting more manpower to actually take a settlement like that is not going to be easy. With a garrison like that, they've got some Celtic chieftains in the garrison as well, so that's going to be a little bit scary. So I think first things first, we have to go about and get some more soldiers. You can also see as well our economy going up as well when our army is garrisoned inside of a settlement. We get about extra 600 gold, which is nice, and we obviously also get a public order bonus as well. So definitely we're going to go ahead and grab up some men. These guys are expensive, 200 gold a tick, but they are much better than, say, our spearmen. Much better. They have way more armor. Their morale is pretty decent as well. Not as good as the Celtic naked fanatics, who are actually really good. But cool, let's just... so what we're going to do, actually, we're going to play this smart, and we're going to play this like we're playing an MLG campaign. We're going to get the cheaper units first in our army, the units that are going to cost us the least to upkeep. We're going to get these now, because there's no point paying 216 for these guys if we're not marching to war for another, 3-4 turns. So let's just grab some of these Celtic hunters, just to kind of fill out our missile arsenal. That'd be a smart idea. We have no buildings to do whatsoever. Technology, obviously, every fact or every culture group has their own custom technology. We can go champion warfare. This would unlock some units for the Britons. Unfortunately, we're not Britons. But this would also give us cheaper recruitment costs for infantry. So I'm just going to grab that up. Saving the money in the early game is important. Obviously, grabbing up this public order and tax rate is very nice. But I think saving ourselves 10% on 700, we're going to end up recruiting a handful of these guys. And, these guys cost us 777. So we're saving 77 gold per unit in 2 turns. Like, that's not bad. That's gonna add up quite heavily. So that's perfect. You can also get mercenaries as well. Mercenaries are fully in the game as well, which is nice. They're expensive, but they're kind of there for like when you need them, which is always nice. Now we have to kind of think about, who are we going to befriend? Who are we going to try and ally towards? Who are we going to try and keep on our side? As we do have that diplomatic bonus. So I think definitely we try and kind of secure this bottom region first, and then maybe the northern region as well. So a faction like this, I wouldn't mind getting a trade agreement with. Unfortunately, not. If we unlock that gold, we'd probably get much more likely to secure these trade deals. But unfortunately, these guys are not willing to do that. And yeah, the old diplomacy not working to our favor. One of the cool things as well. Oh, we can get an aggression with the ado. Unfortunately not. Okay, I'm not going to overcommit to getting these. I don't want to waste my money too much. And these guys generally do like me, so not something we have to be too worried about. But yeah, as soon as we start getting that gold unlocked, that'll be very good. Okay, cool. I think that's going to be our turn. We're making 5 grand next turn, which is really nice. I could even just lower taxes as well, maybe a tad. I mean, lowering the taxes really does not hamper us too much. and gives us at least a little bit extra public order. So we're going to lower it down to the second tier. Oh, we also have a governor to do as well. I didn't even look at this. So how are we looking? We've got the High King, who is only 30 years old, so he'll be he'll be fighting for a long time. I have a son and a daughter. We can try and marry our daughter off to another tribe at some point when she comes of age. And let's see what we've got. So these, again, are all custom trees as well. I believe that some factions do have custom skill trees. I don't think the Arverni are one, but maybe I might be a bit mistaken. I think eventually they do want to give each culture group their own custom general upgrade. And I think this is such an amazing thing that they're doing with these upgrades. I think the ability to have these custom general upgrades for each faction and the custom army upgrades really gives the factions a bit more of that extra unique feel that the default Attila game just sucks at so goddamn much. It really is mind-numbingly bad how awful the general and troop upgrade trees are in Attila. So I love the fact that they're going on their own, and I think this does allow you to really make characters unique. So what we got? We got Benevolent, which is good for income. Public Order is amazing. Good morale for our units. We got Fruitful as well, having children. Conceited isn't great, but it's going to give us some more influence, and that's going to help us keep the people under our command. So overall, a pretty good king to kick us off. We also have a Poet as well, which is research rate. That's absolutely amazing. We then also have a Statesman here. He is good at replenishment, so probably not someone we want to put in charge of our settlement. We have someone here who is a Geographer. Again, campaign movement range is probably pretty good for a commander. And we have this guy who has, who is more of a wrestler. So we don't really have anyone who is amazing, or this guy. So yeah, I think we're going to hire this guy. It's going to cost us a little bit of extra money, but this guy is literate, so that's going to go ahead and give us more tax rate and also give us more income from commerce, which is great because we're going to have gold mines, we're going to have clay mines. It's going to be pretty amazing. So let's go ahead and stick him in power there. He'll obviously improve and reduce our effects here. And again, keep in mind as well, because we're playing as tribal, we're going to have big debuffs if this starts to go down. You can already start to see if we go down to pathetic or negligent power, that's going to really, really hurt us. So we're going to have to try and sort that out and make sure that we do stay in power. Also, maybe marrying a wife as well wouldn't be a bad idea. So I'll go and seek a wife. And we obviously also have this edict to do as well. So what do we want to do? Maybe conscription wouldn't be bad. Cheaper recruitment cost. It's going to hurt our public order for a little bit. But that would not be bad. Considering we are amassing an army, that would not be a bad one to do. And we can just change it a bit later on. We have enough for breeding games as well. So that would be pretty useful. We've got tax harvest. Acquiring food is not a bad thing whatsoever. Selling food, assimilation is good for culture, and then selling slaves. So yeah, let's go ahead and hit that conscription for a couple turns. That will allow us just to pump this army up and take advantage of that. And also, we're going to be able to afford some pretty cheap units whilst we do go ahead and check that out as well. And luckily as well, the Romans shouldn't have their focus too much towards me. Obviously, this is set at the end of the Second Punic War, the Battle of Zama. So the Romans and the Carthaginians should be fighting each other for a long time, which should hopefully give me the ability to increase my power base before having to fight them on. I would love to burn Rome in this campaign, or raise Rome to the ground. We'll see if we get that far. 5 turns is quite a lot of time, but obviously we'll have to see. So, yeah, here you go. Complete. Oh, the Second Punic War has ended? It seems like Carthage and Rome have settled on terms. Firstly, Carthage will be forced to relinquish coin in the form of, so basically be paying Rome a lot of money. And they obviously can't also have a fleet. So we managed to get married as well. Let's see what our hopefully beautiful new wife is. She is attached. I mean, that's not bad. We're in love, so that's always a good thing. And we're going to be pumping out children. I believe as well, you can also, become a retainer. When he comes to a certain age, you can equip him to an army, and he'll basically be gaining levels through that. We're going to also want to go ahead and start to stick people here as well into our officers position. So we'll stick our governor into the position of companion, and this will give him a boost to his, it's not really, the increasing agriculture is nice. So we'll just stick him in there. I guess we'll put him into that, and we'll obviously have to think about leveling him up at some point. And then, I'm leading the other army, so that's fine as well. Okay, so we should be able to recruit 4 units now because of our boost. And you can already start to see these guys are dramatically cheaper now. Obviously, beforehand, we still haven't got this tech yet for the extra 10% off, but all of a sudden, with that conscription going, we are making some good money. And I love the way that it's kind of like an edict you want to stick on for just 3-4 turns, build up your army, and then you take it off and probably go back to brilliant games or something else. That's really cool, and definitely a nice feature for amassing an army. So we're still making plenty of money. I still want to kind of wait off on getting these guys, but they do still take 2 turns. So let's go ahead and grab ourselves some spearmen just for the flanks. So we'll grab 2 of them, grab another archer, maybe some skirmishers as well, and the rest can just be filled out with heavy infantry, just to really fill out our army. Yeah, nice. And then what we have, yeah, probably about 2 more turns of recruiting. And we're probably going to have to come down, march down, kill these guys, and then probably wrap around and take on this walled settlement. We're going to have to catch their army out in the open. We can also afford to upgrade our own settlement. It's going to cost us an extra 2 squalor, which is probably, yeah, the squalor is pretty bad. There's a 5% chance we'll kind of start to have a disease. So I might just get rid of this clay pit now. I know it's making us a lot of money, but I think I will just destroy that because that squalor is painful. Oh, we also can get a spy apparently as well. I did not see that. Let's go to agents. Perfect. Okay. So none of these guys have abilities, so I guess we will just... Oh, it would seem right-clicking on a spy is not a good idea. It seems like it crashes the game. It's probably something to do with it bringing up the Wikipedia, but that's absolutely fine. I think I'm definitely going to get this agent who's 21 years old rather than this old boy who is 53. Let's recruit that spy as well. Obviously, sending him over here is going to be a very good idea. We'll get good vision on their army and kind of see where they're at. And obviously, also leveling him up as well is going to be a pretty good idea. I also accidentally just right-clicked on him again, but as you can see as well, he has his own custom upgrade tree as well, which is absolutely awesome. I love it. I love it. I love it. Also, what was his ability? He's not a good schemer, which is pretty bad, but hopefully he will learn and improve himself. Okay, cool. I think that's all we're going to do this turn. Again, we're recruiting our army. Next turn, our upgrade is done, so our infantry will be 10% cheaper. We'll recruit probably 4 units of that, and then we'll start on being on the march. And I think once that's recruited as well, we'll probably change our edict because we don't need that recruitment cheaper cost anymore. So yeah, I think what we'll do is next turn, we'll probably start marching away. It's going to cost us a little bit more money because we'll be outside the settlement, we'll be on campaign, and we'll also be having to, to prepare ourselves. Actually, is it winter next turn? Maybe we don't go outside. I can't remember if this is 4 seasons per turn or if this is... I can't actually remember how many seasons we actually have in a campaign. So I think we just go autumn to winter, maybe? Or maybe this is 4. We'll have to obviously find out. So there you go. So it is going to be winter next turn if it is 4 seasons, like a season every year. But it's not the end of the world if we're out in winter, really. We have a lot of money. The only annoying thing is we'll have to go through enemy territory if we're not careful. There's no real other way around it, which is fine. Also, how is the diplomacy sphere? Has anyone else got allies yet? So they're going to war with them guys, which is fine. They're at war with someone else. They're not allied with anyone either. Okay, cool. Well, let's see if anyone wants to trade with me again. No, still no trade. Any on aggression packs? Because that would be a great way to start building a foundation. No, if I pay them a little bit of money, though, it would be, I mean, it's a good idea to start getting some friends, because we can always just confederate with these guys at some point. So let's offer them, I don't know, 1,400 gold is a lot of money. Let's go 700. I know I have a decent stockpile right now. Yeah, I mean, yeah, sure. It'd be a good way to start building relationship with them and boosting it. We're already going up to 28, which is nice. I also wouldn't mind befriending these guys as well. But no, they don't want to right now. That's absolutely fine. So we have our army. Our integrity is going down a little bit because we're in friendly territory. Okay, so it does seem like the barbarians are not happy when we're in their allied territory. So we need to actually start moving almost immediately. They want to be raiding. They want to be going to war. So let's move over here. Obviously, you can see our income dropping pretty dramatically. But right now, these guys are going to cost us 450 gold to recruit. Think how much cheaper that is and how much money we're saving. So let's grab up 3 more units of them. That will give us a decent amount of infantry. And then maybe our kind of... Oh, we don't even have enough to get these mercenaries. I was going to say maybe a bigger idea to grab them. But it's fine for now. So let's move our way down here. So they're just going to be recruiting, which is good. We got our spy, kind of just scouting around the area, obviously discovering a few more lands. There are also nomadic tribes as well roaming around, so we're going to be very cautious right there. But our army is building, which means we can probably change this over to Bread and Games. What would be better? Bread and Games gives us 4 public order, and then there's another one that also gives us public order. I believe, maybe not though. Maybe it is Bread and Games when I was looking. The simulation is good because it gives you 5 growth, but the native discontent is pretty bad because it's basically you forcing the foreign cultures either out the land or to kind of consolidate to you. We also have this little perk down here as well, which is something pretty important. This kind of describes what type of settlement you have. And right now we have a communal region. There's like cities and urban and stuff like that. And this can this is something you can completely ignore in the campaign, and it doesn't really make too much of a difference. But if you do want to kind of take the game that extra step and go that little bit deeper, you can kind of plan your settlements. So you can see right now, this is giving us extra recruitment capacity. It's hurting our culture, but also giving us more fertility and income from farms. So obviously, this region is more suited to farming than is, say, the heavy industry. So it's just something to kind of keep it in mind. So we're going to destroy this clay pit again. And we're going to change over to Bread and Games. We have the food. So yeah, let's go over to Bread and Games. Army's recruiting. Absolutely perfect. We have a new tech as well. So we could go over here. This would unlock recruitment for some Galatian militia, I think. It's for Celts and Galatian factions. So we could get some Celtic and Galatian militia. Give us recruitment capacity and cheaper infantry as well. Really nice. And I like this tech tree a lot. I like that it's got, upgrades for units. It's got cheaper infantry. Like, I look at this and I think everything here, because that's one of the things I have maybe a little bit of a problem with the 1212 tech tree. It's very vast, but there's a lot of stuff in it, but I'm like, I don't really care for that. Like, I look at it and I'm like, why would I spend 15 turns to get this and it doesn't even really impact my campaign? But I really like this tech tree. This tech tree, basically everything is something I would like to pick up, Like, I haven't seen a single one of these military things where I'm like, oh, it's a waste of time to get that. All of this does look really good. And over here as well, it's like it gives you a building, but it also gives you a bonus as well. And I really like that. I mean, because it gives you the ability to make that decision. Do I go for the building? Do I go for like, even if I don't want the building, the bonus is very nice as well. Yeah, I really like this tech tree. That's awesome. And obviously every faction or every culture group has a different one. So that's how this works. Start down our communal property, a little bit of public order, a little bit of tax rate, and unlocks us a little bit further on. I don't think we can go down this route anytime soon. So army's recruiting, spy is out discovering. They've obviously got a bit of an army here. Seems like we've got some good cavalry, but at 200-man heavy infantry. What do we have? Do we have cavalry? No, we have infantry as our general. Perfect. And I might go down taxes again, just to try and really keep the settlement happy whilst our army is away, because we're losing 11 public order there. Obviously, that will change next turn when we go over to Bread and Games rather than conscription. I think the conscription is reducing it by -3 public order. So on lowest public order, on lowest taxes, and with the Bread and Games giving us a +4, that's like a net gain of 7, right? So we should be okay. I think we'll be in the kind of middle ground. I'm a little bit scared though. The tribe to the north of us there seemingly have been pretty ballsy, and they're already recruiting. They've got a navy. They've got they've got an army and a garrison inside. Yeah, everyone seems like they're recruiting multiple armies. God damn, maybe we need to recruit a multiple army. So these guys want a non-aggression pact. I mean, obviously we want to kill them. We want to complete our region, so we'll say no for now. We're already trading with them? Did I do that in this campaign? Oh my god, they've created another army as well. My god. They're going a bit hard there. That's a little bit scary. Maybe we're going to have to recruit another army. So this man is hungry for power. So one of the things I hate about Total War, and this is nothing to do with the mod, is like, I have no idea who this man is. So why can't I click on my middle button here and bring the screen up and be like, oh, okay, this guy is a military general, or this guy is a governor of my settlement. That's okay. It's just so annoying I can't do that. We have 49 influence, and I think we gain quite a lot of influence a turn. You can't even see how much influence you gain a turn, so I don't know if this is important. We'll block the promotion for now, though, because I don't want to lose control. Edict's changed, which is good. Demolishing has occurred as well. So the settlement is relatively happy. And look at the building trees as well. There's a lot you can do in this game. And again, this might look a little bit intimidating, but a lot of the trees are pretty self-explanatory. So that's also a very, very, very cool thing. You're like, oh, this is a law master, so this is gonna probably boost up my my research at some point, even though it doesn't do research at all. Yeah, you would assume something like that would. But yeah, you just right click on it, and like I like as well, they've definitely reduced and made it much more minimal. The amount of text and information are on these cards in the bottom left. They've made it so that things are much easier to understand what it's actually doing, which is good. So we're going to grab up the gold mine. I think it's going to give us some negatives, but it's going to give us that gold, and everyone's going to want our gold pretty quickly. So yeah, let's go ahead and grab that, I think. Let's grab out that gold. Chieftain's hold is also pretty nice, even though it does cost us a decent amount of food. Public order, when we're at war with neighboring factions. Yeah, I mean, that gives you some good bonuses. But we're going to grab that gold mine, get that up and running as soon as possible. And is the settlement happy? -4, that's fine. That's something we can live with for now. It's definitely something we can live with. And yeah, so it does look like it is 1 season per year, which is awesome. Very, very cool indeed. Army's gonna... Oh no, we lost this recruitment slot. God damn it. I think... Oh my god, how can they be recruiting twice? They're going to go up to 17. And that army can't go up. Okay, good. So let's just continue to kind of scout along this line. Obviously, there's going to be a few factions there. Just looking for a few more people to maybe trade with. I don't really want to discover any more of that, so we'll go north of our splash. You know, we probably should go back here just so we got this unlocked down. The army does need to start moving out soon as well. No mercenaries to be had either. Okay. So we're turning. I mean, we have a lot of money, so maybe we can barter next turn with some people. Honestly, ideally, mercenaries would be ideal. It really, really would. Grabbing up some mercenaries would be very useful. Like that mercenary cavalry. Oh, that'd be juicy if we could get our hands on any of that. Because that would just be, you know, giving us that extra edge in these battles, what we do desperately need. Because obviously we only have 1 unit of horse right now. And that, you know, that cavalry we have isn't exactly perfect, so unlocking another extra unit would be great. But, you know, we should still be very decent. I mean, we need 1 more turn of recruiting. They're paying, they want me to pay them money? Who do they think they are? Definitely not. Definitely not. We're still going to have a scary army, and we're going to have to try and force their armies out for sure. Seems like these guys are starving as well. It doesn't look like they have much food in the way, or so much in the way of food, I should say. So, I mean, our army is pretty decent. Let's move our spy back really quickly. Hopefully, he can get vision of that center. Yeah, he definitely can. There are the Greeks. And then their army, where's it gone? Okay, well, we definitely move in now. I assume their army's gone south into Spain, because I believe they are at war with someone in Spain. So this is a perfect opportunity. Yeah, they are fighting, yeah, the Cambry and over there, which is really good for us. Do you guys want to trade as well? Still no trade. What about the faction that we did start to make friends with? Yeah, these guys. These guys like me quite a lot as well. The Ligurians. Do you guys want to make trade yet? Also, I'm happy to pay for it as well. Not like a lot, but I'm happy to pay you, I don't know, like 600 gold. I'll pay for itself in like 6 turns. Nice, and they would accept it. Good. Sort of get some trade. I think that'll give us some vision over here as well, yeah. And as soon as we get this gold resource, our value of our trade will just go through the goddamn roof. Okay, we only have 16 units. We can get some mercenaries, which I'm probably going to do. They're expensive, but these are high quality mercenaries. And then what's the garrison like here? Yeah, I mean, pretty scary, honestly. But I think it's going to be worth it. Is there anything our spy can do? Disrupt settlements, disrupt arrival, act through sabotage. Yeah, we can actually destroy something as well. Okay, well, I think we have to go for this whilst their army is away. So let's go ahead and grab that mercenary unit. Oh, so expensive, but we need them. Yep, let's go to war. Let's move in. And yeah, luckily they don't have any soldiers here. Hopefully as well, their army won't be able to make it back in time. Because yeah, their forces are pretty weak. So I believe every settlement in this game is somewhat... How much does that cost us? Yeah, so I believe every settlement in this game is somewhat walled. I think every settlement is actually walled. which is an interesting take on things. It's going to make things a lot harder to expand, but hopefully we'll be okay. Oh, actually, what I should have done is attack this army outside. I'll bring the garrison out, and that'll make my life much easier when we do take the settlement. Yeah, so we can actually kill most of the army outside the settlement, because this army wasn't garrisoned inside. So let's dive into our first battle of the campaign. Let's see what we can get done. Obviously, their main reinforcements going to be coming in. They also picked up some extra cavalry as well. How annoying. But it shouldn't be too bad. We have that real staunch front line. Obviously, if their reinforcements come, so if their second army comes back, we're going to be in a pretty precarious spot. But I'm really hoping that they're going to be stuck deep in the Spanish mountains, in the Peloponnese? Is that what the mountains are called? I believe so. That they won't be able to turn around and, yeah, come back and all. Look at that beautiful, beautiful map. God damn, love it. Absolutely love it. Cool, let's start our deployment then. Let's see what our units are made of. So again, our main strength are going to be in these Celtic noble warriors. Very expensive, but they definitely do pay for themselves. So we get a nice little close-up of them. You can see, I mean, they're not really anything special, but they're more of our warrior class. You've got a few veteran, you know, kind of more veteranized warriors. These guys have been able to equip themselves quite nicely with their weaponry. So I guess what we're going to do is we are just going to push on the enemy. We have our archers as well. Again, we do have different fire modes, flaming arrows and normal arrows, which is good. Unfortunately, Attila does not have a guard mode, which is really stupid. But hey, it's what we have to live by. We have our spears as well. So I'm trying to win this battle pretty decisively, honestly. Because I do need to obviously be cautious of their allies coming in. So we're going to want to try and keep our units as alive as possible. So let's march forward at them. We want to be very careful not to overexert ourselves, that is for sure. Because, oh, hello, reinforcements over here. Okay. Well, we definitely turn around and deal with them then. Seems like their reinforcements are marching over. So let's definitely turn around and engage these guys. And stop them from being able to set themselves up. So somewhere like that would be perfect. I'm actually okay at running here as well. I think running our way into position is actually going to be a pretty important thing, because our infantry should outclass theirs. We shouldn't have to worry too much about that. But yeah, definitely getting over there ASAP is going to be a good idea before they can really link up and reinforce with this. And we might even be able to get a little bit of energy as well. The AI is going to be rushing themselves as well. So let's just march a little bit maybe. We want to get ourselves like here. Yeah, something like that would be perfect. So let's advance there. Well, basically just cut off their retreat. Because what are they looking like with their soldiers? I mean, a lot of these warriors actually have really good morale. 11 morale on these guys is just as good as mine. We got a big boost to their morale. I guess because they're defending a settlement to the last man, so they get a big boost in that. Yeah, these units are going to be hard to kill. That is for sure. Some of our archers now just getting into range. Maybe we can force them to start duking it out with me. And yeah, I think the rest of our army, because they're going to be tired. They're going to be very, very tired. I think the rest of our army just needs to start rushing over here. Someone like that. Get these guys stuck in. All of our archers up here. Just hammering this, please. Cavalry's around here, trying to cause them some issues. The general unit as well can get up here as well. One of these spears coming around the flank as well. Let's get these guys stuck in. And then these guys like here as well. Our archers should make pretty quick work of their missiles here. Again, both sides have pretty lightly armored units, but I've got more arrows coming in. So actually giving me a bit of a boost in my combat efficiency. And as I said, everyone should be running as well. I think I just want to quickly close the distance on them. More so than anything else. Because even if I can't catch their entire army, catching like these Celtic chieftains will be very good. That Celtic chieftain will be very difficult to deal with. He really, really will be. But yeah, they're getting tired already, trying to rush to one another. It makes sense, though, why they are rushing towards their allies. God, our basic spearmen are getting absolutely pummeled as well. They're going to start pulling back, though, which is fine. I'm pretty tempted to maybe just try and charge in here and try and do some damage. Just to kind of slow them up a little bit as we get closer and closer to their position. Oh, it's definitely some archers here we're going to start going after, though. And you guys are going to wrap around. We have all our missiles. All our missiles moving and just trying to hammer that chieftain right there, I think. Because our cavalry's going to come in and scare a lot of this stuff off. And it also wouldn't be a bad idea maybe just to go straight in. Because this cavalry is fresh now. Might not be a bad idea just to go flying into this Celtic warband. Who's obviously not going to be braced. And it's pretty segregated. So I think this could be a good charge. Again, I can't remember how effective charges are in this game. Pretty decent, I would say. Pretty decent. Let's get ourselves out of there ASAP. The ability to do that damage is not bad at all. Infantry coming around as well. You guys just chase them down. We're bringing in a lot of our missiles here. So we did lose some men there. I'm pulling out actually quite a few horses, but we also did a lot of damage as well. We lost a lot of horses there. Alright, that's not too bad. We've got missile fire coming in. Cavalry running them down. So I do very much want to try and take out a few units of these guys. And their archers are breaking almost immediately. So you guys just brace here. And you guys move into taking that chieftain. Okay, cavalry done. Perfect. Let's pull out of this fight. Again, we're going to lose horse here. No, go this way, go this way. Don't go through them. And they're just basically moving in to reinforce. Let's get that cavalry the hell out of there. Got my general unit, also my mercenaries there. All my missiles on this flank as well. We've got all these spears moving around here. You just keep on chasing them to the ends of the earth. Why not? Cavalry's out of there. Pretty wounded, but still able to get stuck in. And you guys just hold there. Reform your line. We want the javelins obviously going into the Celts there. Missiles moving around as well. Maybe just focus these guys down. Spears moving in like so. Let's see some of the heavy fighting down on the ground. Obviously, we want these javelins immediately in on this Celtic warband here. You guys engage that. Please don't hit my javelins. I want all these missiles flying in on that Celtic chief. Nice. Already broken that flank with a little flank, which is good. Start marching around with our reinforcements here. You guys get ready to go through this gap because you can't quite go through due to this. General's over here as well. Does he have a rally? He does have a rally. Good. Because our swords here are getting absolutely massacred by some of their soldiers here. Let's get this cavalry round as well. So nice. We managed to divide and conquer the majority of their army, which is good. You guys have finally caught back here. I wouldn't be surprised if we end up losing this battle in the red line. Just due to how awful my soldiers are in this early game. We are playing on very hard as well, so the AI does get a pretty hefty bonus as well to their stats. All our missiles are running out, it's fine. Obviously, we're going to need to pursue them a little bit as well. But yeah, obviously the AI gets a pretty big bonus to a lot of their stats, so that's something to definitely keep in mind. It's coming with the cavalry here into the side of these spears. We are pretty tired, but obviously so are they. A nice little charge here should be devastating. Oh, pretty impactful. Not quite enough to break them. Yeah, nice. We actually broke them as the casualties started to rack up. Perfect, perfect, perfect. And we want to turn around here. Sorry, my right click on my mouse is semi-broken, so sometimes it is messing up a little bit. And we'll send these lighter spears to chase him down. I mean, we've still got like another big part of the enemy army to deal with, so something we have to be cautious of at least. Okay. So we're going to set ourselves up. I just want to throw javelins into this chieftain because it's going to be much easier to do it that way than anything else. So just let the javelins come raining in on this unit. Then probably rack up the cavalry. I mean, the cavalry, again, is going to be pretty important. It's just chasing down enemy soldiers as well. And now we should be able to come in from every side. But I'm pretty content with how well this mercenary... Oh, this is our mercenary unit. Is the unit that's able to do the damage there. Alright, let's start marching the missiles up. Chasing them down already. Already chased them off as well. Perfect. Let's bring these guys back as well. So we'll route this chieftain unit. Pop a nice little rally down as well. Just to keep the boys semi-happy. And then we just need to rest our army as we march up again. Because obviously, I mean, balance of battle bar is still pretty even. But we do outnumber them by over 1,000 men. So surely the battle can't be that difficult. There you go. Definitely slaughter this unit. I don't want anyone from this unit even remotely alive by the end of this. Because I want to be able to take... basically, if we kill enough of the garrison, we can just walk inside the settlement because they'll have no one to defend it. I don't think we're going to have enough to do that. But yeah, definitely want them and them to be gone. I'm just going to rest up some of our infantry as well after this mini engagement, which is good. Let our cavalry get their energy back as well, because they've got cavalry of their own, which we're going to have to obviously deal with. And you saw how much damage my cavalry did, up to 500 kills. It's pretty impressive. I think it's down to 7. I don't want to take any chances, honestly. I really don't want to take any chances left with that horse. With that, you know, I don't want like 2 of them to survive and then that still become an issue. So just finish them down. They're down to 1 now. 1 should see them taken care of. And let's push up our line now. Because the rest of the battle shouldn't be too difficult. They've mainly just got, you know, these bonded spearmen who are obviously very poor armor, average morale. The only thing we really have to worry about now is definitely this Celtic free horse, but my cavalry is heavy melee cavalry, so should be able to deal with it. So what I'll do is I'll skip ahead until we're ready to push on, when everyone's got their breath back, and we're ready to push on the final fight. Yeah, I just gave everybody a quick 5-minute breather. It does seem like the enemy are going to be coming at me pretty aggressively with that cavalry. So let's try and get our archers out of there. Our archers will not fare well if it comes to the enemy charging us. This unit is probably going to have to take the main brunt of the assault. Let's also get ready to brace our infantry here as well. So you guys brace. And yeah, the enemy are just straight up charging me, coming in. They really want to go for my missiles, but hopefully that charge was not very impactful. We can just basically surround this cavalry unit now and deal with them. Rest of the infantry line is coming in. Our general unit is going to be under a bit of pressure. But yeah, surrounding this unit is great. Our archers can now move around here and hopefully deal with this horse very effectively. Nice. Happy with that. How that went. Let's reinforce the center here. These guys are fresh as well, which is good. I mean, probably want to be the ones charging as well. I don't really want to probably let these spearmen charge me, because obviously we're going to have way better charge damage than the enemy. So getting ourselves stuck in there is very nice indeed. And there you go. Cavalry has been dealt with. Archers set up. Just start shooting that, please. With spearmen covering you guys in the front. Let's reform the line here, ready to smash into these guys. Yeah, I mean, I'm suspecting this won't be a super difficult battle, honestly. Just because, obviously, they've got a lot of spearmen. You can already see just how much outclassing my general unit is doing here. Especially if we come around the flank as well. And as we said, we definitely want to be the ones charging in on them. I probably want all these archers, honestly, to be just solely focused on that general unit, realistically. Let's get our cavalry out of there as well. Don't want to find ourselves stuck in. And yeah, let's just get ourselves pushed in there with all the archers. Ideally, what I want to do is probably try and engage with this general unit off on the flank and just let these archers just go to town on that unit. We've got another outflank here, which is good. Let's fin these guys in and then march them through like so. Same with these guys, actually. Let's do that. Fin in and then just move across, please. The archers are doing some decent damage to this chieftain unit. As I said, we'll turn and face them. Like, our unit of Celtic bonded spearmen are going to get absolutely melted. But the archers are going to be going in on this guy, and that should be pretty valuable. Cavalry is still not super fresh, but we can bring it through this gap. This infantry is now coming through the gap. Probably going to send you guys this way. We'll set these guys up to throw their javelins in. 2 extra spare units of swords, which might as well just get stuck in, honestly. Let's do that. All the archer fire moving in as well. And then them around, these swordsmen are absolutely nothing. So cavalry should be able to break them pretty effectively. As a rear charge there should be enough to break these lower tier units. Yeah, there you go. Boom, boom, boom. I mean, obviously, our spearmen aren't really, you know, doing too well. They're doing well enough. Yeah, but we've basically broken everyone besides that general unit, which we kind of expected to have happen. Are you guys all on skirmish mode as well? Yeah, you guys are. Cool. Yeah, just keep your distance. Keep chasing these guys down. Keep harassing that general unit. You are going to have to turn and face them. Fortunately. Oh, nice. He's actually breaking. Good. Well, we definitely want to chase him down. And I'll let these archers shoot something else. So you can already start to see the value of them archers were actually very, very good in this battle. Like, we could not have won this battle without them archers just picking away and doing some damage. One of the great things as well about the archers as well is that they do also give a debuff to the enemy. So if we pause it like so, this unit should have a debuff. Can't quite see it quite yet. I think it's, maybe is it this? Poor stamina, no. There's a debuff that gets applied to units when they do get shot at as well. I think it gives them less movement, a little bit less morale. Not like a ton, just like -1 morale. and also make the melee defense a little bit worse as well, because they're obviously busy trying to shield themselves from missiles, which is obviously understandable. So that's going to be this chieftain killed as well, which is going to be perfect. And then all we have to hope for is that that 20 stack does not come back, because if it does, we have no real hope. We've killed the garrison, we've killed the army, but I don't think my force is really capable of dealing with anything else. I still haven't heard that we've killed the enemy general yet either, so I guess I'm inclined to keep on chasing this unit down just to ensure that it does end up dying. Come on. I mean, I've got 1 man left, right? 2 men left. Let's finish them off already, please. And we can call this a battle, because they've got a handful of very small groups. These guys should all be wiped. You know, they generally need about 10% of their army strength to stay alive. Can you finish them, please? There's only 2 of them left. Oh, whatever. I'm sure we got him. If we didn't, then I guess I'm an idiot. But I'm sure we did. So we're in on 700 men. I mean, 700 men is still not great, considering we did have the quality, and we caught half their army off. That 1 unit of cavalry just absolutely slaughtering. I mean, it's always going to be the case, right, when you're playing, again, against a faction that doesn't really have cavalry. Our elite mercenary horse, we paid, you know, we paid like 800 gold for these guys, and we're going to pay 400 gold to upkeep them. So that's understandable. We didn't get him. Oh my god. How annoying. I think we definitely have to take on the replenishment. Just in case he does come back with a vengeance. And unfortunately, we have to, again, re-siege the settlement for sure. It's annoying we don't have any way of getting our way into the settlement now. But it's fine. We also leveled up as well, which is good. So we're probably going to take another point in research. Getting extra research rate early on is going to be very useful. And then what do we want? What do we want? I mean, we are obviously going to be a commander, so a lot of these governor bonuses aren't going to help us. So I guess bodyguard would be good, considering he's going to be a foot general. However, that 12% movement range is just too good for me not to get. Like, I would take that all day, every day. And we have no way of getting any more mercenaries. So we just have to hope. We have to hope to the gods that they're not going to be coming in on us. I mean, they probably are, because they only ran away for a term, right? So fingers crossed, guys. Fingers crossed they don't see a full stack coming at me. If they do, we can probably retreat and get away. But yeah, this is going to be pretty risky. If they don't get back to the settlement in time, we will be able to just secure it, because they have nothing there. I'm not sure if we've gone past this faction yet either. I'm hoping we have. We're doing a lot of the tribes to the east. Macedon's going through now, so I guess we'll find out momentarily. No? Yes? No! How many men do they have? This is a winnable battle. This army obviously was just been fighting. The problem with this is the Celtic horse. They've got nothing here, right? Some archers. Oh, this is a more than winnable battle. Thank God they've been busy fighting. They must have been fighting in the mountains against the Arverni or one of the Kelbury Spanish factions. Okay, well this is good. I was very scared that they were gonna kill me, but we've got this. Because again, wherever we kill, as long as we kill everything here, we'll be good. We've got some javelins. Their infantry will be wiped away. Just that cavalry. And our general is fully stocked as well, so he will fight with his life. And we have a little bit of a nice hill as well. Yeah, there's actually a really nice hill. So we'll just kind of take the front here. Perfect, let's do that. I'll probably use these mercenaries on my front line, because I'm probably going to get rid of them at the end of this battle, because they're just expensive. Our javelins for their general, our cavalry are going to be invaluable. Something like this, and our spearmen, obviously to protect from their cavalry as well. So to start the battle, they obviously have reinforcements coming in. But let's just take this absolutely humongous hill. They attacked me, right? So let's just take this hill. They might wait for their reinforcements, depending on if they're smart, and I think they are. Which is always good to see, because a lot of the time, the AI does not wait for their reinforcements. Also, look how beautiful these custom maps are as well. Like, just like a bit of life to the battlefield. It's really nice to see every so often, instead of just a flat hill, you know? Okay, let's set up our defense. So these guys are going to be our front line here. Then we're going to have these two defending this part of the settlement. Or I say settlement. You guys defending this part. We're going to then have 2 in the center ready to reinforce. We're going to have these archers kind of scattered in here, ready to fire out. I guess you guys going a little bit further back. We'll have some very weakened spearmen here. We'll have some javelins, I guess, on the flank. Over on this side to help out, and our general can also go out with our cavalry. Perfect. So let's skip ahead until the enemy are ready to attack us, and then we will, prepare to withstand their assault. Okay, here they come. They've got cavalry moving around my flanks. We can definitely try and engage this unit of Celtic horse. I think it's going to be charging into my flank, maybe. We also have some spears that can quite easily aid in this fight. So let's do that, and then I guess we'll start pushing down some spears. Their units are shifting over. A little bit nervous there, but our cavalry has been able to kind of come out of the woods, engage them. We should make very quick work of this Celtic free horse. They're very lightly armored. I don't think we even need these guys. A little bit nervous over on this side, though, however. A lot of missile fire. Definitely try and take down these Celtic skirmishers, because they will do some good damage. And again, skirmishers, lightly armored ones at least, are definitely... Oh, it's going to hurt. It's going to really hurt. Let's get our general over here as well. But yeah, taking down these skirmishers is actually a very good idea. Oh, we're actually struggling against that unit now. So maybe commit a few more extra soldiers. And as we saw, yeah, our light infantry there have completely gone. We've got a general stuck in, though. And we'll throw this unit around as well. They'll probably throw javelins on their charge. That should be enough to break this unit of horse. And again, they are fighting uphill as well, so nothing really too scary there. With the extra spears added in here, that should really help us out. Oh my god, though, the javelins have absolutely decimated me here, though. That's a little bit scary. Cool, routed that horse, perfect. We're going to have to make our way down a little bit more aggressively. Yeah, their missiles are scary, but keep on hitting them. We've broken this flank now, great. We've also got reinforcements trickling in as well. I'm not sure if this general glitched out. No, he is coming. He's just taking a lot of time. Okay, here we go. Missiles continue to focus down these guys. Cavalry can now wrap around and deal with the missiles. Infantry here. You guys, it seems like they're going very hard on this position right there. I mean, luckily we have our reinforcements as well, so we'll stick these guys down. The soldiers are going to come around the flank. Oh, what I'll do is I'll make sure I get these guys to throw their javelins first. Missiles as well. Focus maybe this big blob of infantry. Again, I want to be very careful because, annoyingly, because this game doesn't have guard mode, when these guys go out of my archer range, I will be inclined to have to micro them because they will just march forward into the enemy ranks, which is really annoying. So you guys should be in range to throw your javelins. Don't need to pop a rally or anything, which is fine. Or maybe could over on this side. Getting shot at a little bit, that's fine. Basically, just want you guys to throw your javelins, if at all possible. They are breaking that right flank a little, so let's maybe refit out our unit. I mean, it's not like we have a lot of soldiers to really withstand this, but we have some, I guess, at least. Let's get these guys round. Luckily, that enemy general unit has bugged out a tad. Archers should be racking up some good kills. Get you guys stuck in a little bit more. We should be making quick work of them. Cavalry is still struggling against these Celtic skirmishers. They're like actually finishing them off now. The impact is finished. Come on, boys. Throw your javelins. They are right there. Please throw your javelins. Okay, just hold and then volley. Hold and volley. There we go. The old backspace works a dream. 70, 80 kills. I mean, obviously they've already been fighting a little bit, but yeah, I mean, they are just lobbing javelins into these guys, so against lightly armored infantry, I will take it. Okay, now go, go, go. Cavalry continue to wrap up their soldiers here, please. Javelins round on this flank. Yeah, our missiles are demolishing them. That's what you get for being lightly armored, I guess. And then I guess these archers can... oh, don't mean to grab this unit of infantry here either. Archers are in a bit of a tricky situation there, but it's fine. Infantry coming around there as well. I want to maybe start moving my archers over because we're obviously going to have to deal with that general unit at some point. I mean, he might just end up breaking. The cavalry's actually going to break here as well, just being swamped by infantry. Again, a good way I like to describe Ancient Empire battles is they're kind of like Field of Glory. If you guys have played Field of Glory 2, you played Field of Glory Medieval, The battles are kind of simulated similarly to that in the sense of like cavalry will be really good on that impact, but in a prolonged engagement, infantry will start, even like archers will start to bog them down a bit. So that's how I like to think about Ancient Empire battles. Again, I wouldn't mind losing this cavalry. I don't really care if I lose this cavalry. Does seem like we are going to be winning this one, though, very nicely. Missiles, just open up on this guy for now. This poor unit of archers. Very light missile units. 160 of them getting peppered by like 500 arrows a volley. So, yeah, not probably what they wanted. Oh, there's infantry over here. Interesting. And our cavalry is completely pinned down as well. Yeah, cavalry actually ended up breaking. I mean, this wasn't a battle that was easily won whatsoever. This was a hard-fought engagement for sure. But one we were able to win, hopefully. I mean, I say hopefully. I say hopefully. Maybe not, though. Maybe I'm being a little bit too cocky here. I mean, they just don't have any men left. Like, our general being here is huge. He's able to drop his rally as well, in case anyone gets a little bit close, and then he can obviously just come at us. I mean, obviously as well, both parties are pretty tired as well. Our archers should be strong enough to deal with this general unit here as well. Yeah, that should be GG. Still a little bit cautious. They've got men coming back from routing. But a nice little flank here would be great. Like, really, really useful. Yeah, they just don't have enough men. I mean, they're fighting to, like, the last man, but just not enough. And all our archers coming in. This chieftain unit will start to struggle now. I mean, morale's pretty bad as well. So we actually ran out of ammo, though. Maybe some flaming arrows wouldn't be a bad idea. Try and, like, rout him with flaming arrows. Rest of the army is taken care of. Perfect. There you go. I don't think we really need to kill this guy, because we're not going to be able to wound him. We have no cavalry to chase him. So, boom. This should give us access, complete access to the center. Again, 800 men lost. They lost around 1,800, which is perfect. I mean, honestly, we did not have much left in the tank, though. Our army is battered. We're going to need definitely some time to rebuild after this. But winning the engagement is still pretty goddamn huge, because this gives us access to the city. I'm just very lucky there wasn't much more in that settlement. You know, the army wasn't as big as it once was. Luckily, it had already been fighting some battles. Again, 11 replenishment. Definitely will take on the warriors from our prisoner camp. And yeah, we can just walk. We can basically walk inside the settlement now, which will be huge, because that will give us access to that. Then we can start to think about maybe building another army, dealing with the walled settlement to our north. So what happened? Trait gained. He gained persuasive. That's pretty good. This is our governor, right? Ransoming prisoners increase recruitment cost, or is that our main guy? No, it's our main guy. That's pretty good. Being able to ransom prisoners for a lot will give us some good cash. It's a fertile summer. Good. Unusual. Nice. So we'll be getting more money from agriculture. Our army leveled up. A pretty decisive victory indeed. Yeah, look at the numbers as well. My god. Spy has been discovered. A few tribes at war. That's fine. So let's have up the army. Because again, we do have obviously a complete custom army tradition tree. So better charge for infantry wouldn't be bad. Barbarian warband. That's not bad either. Like, reducing an enemy integrity is actually really good in like a multiplayer campaign. I love that so much. Organization. More when we're in hostile territory. That's so cool as well. I love how the barbarians are set up like that. And that's why I think as well that this is like such a good way of like fleshing out a faction. You know, like this already straight away is basically forcing me to go raiding and go attacking. Because if I don't, my integrity is going to go to shit and I'm not going to be able to have that army, you know, around. So I love that that's forcing me to do that. What is the next level? Is it just like, I don't even know what the next level is there. So what we're going to do, probably be charge. Experience is nice as well. Enemy movement range is also good. I think we'll definitely pick up, I guess, more income from raiding. Campaign alliance upkeep cost, that's all really good as well. I think we'll take the extra charge bonus. The extra 10% charge bonus will be nice. So we'll grab that up for sure. Love it. Okay, good. Let's take our settlement now. Very easy, no need to fight this battle. Also, out of interest though, what is the campaign map like? Is this a Friends of Britannia map? Oh, no, Friends of Britannia. Yeah, this is a Friends of Britannia map. That's so awesome. They fit so well. I love it. Really love it. That's amazing. I can't wait to fight on some of them in the future. So we'll just go balance. No need to... And we kill all 3 of the armies as well because they were reinforcing. Perfect. I will level up this general very nicely, honestly. Another victory for him. So we can subjugate, sack, occupy, loot and occupy, or raise the settlement. I guess we'll just occupy, because this is our main settlement, right? And we don't really want to cause much of an issue, so we'll just occupy it. This is like our main region. If this was a separate region, hey, maybe then we'd go for it. So it's actually quite good as well. Cheaper construction cost is nice. So let's repair this. There's no way we can convert it, right? Subjugated people is the other one, which isn't bad. But we'll stay with Apagas, sure. And I'll probably destroy this and build something a bit more, public order friendly. Our general leveled up again as well. Nice, nice, nice. So we'll probably stick 2 points in this. Just a cheaper army, right? It saves us how much gold? About 400 gold by grabbing this. And it's only going to get more when we build up our army. Oh, raise banners and second wind is actually huge, though. Yeah, second wind is actually very important. So probably actually going to grab that up, honestly. Being able to refresh soldiers is super, super important. Oh, we've now got some Celtic free horse. I wonder why. What's giving me the Celtic free horse? Is it my technology? Yeah, because this one doesn't give it to me, but this one does? How weird. Yeah, it gives me like special units. So, well, either way, we will recruit them in case it gets rid of it. Definitely we'll grab up 2 more units of them. Making very good cash. And maybe some naked warriors as well, just for like our shock infantry. We can't get them quite yet, that's fine. We can only grab up. Yeah, maybe like something like that, just to kind of fill out our army. We've got a spy here as well. I do want to discover... is there any direction I really want to go in with this spy? I guess we can take a look at a bit more of Spain. Yeah, that's fine. This is the enemy factions we killed. Just kind of discover a little bit more about what's what Spain is all about. Let's see if we want to trade with anyone now. Is anyone slightly interested in trading?
The guards will have me listen to you.
No, I mean, as soon as we get that gold, we will be the talk of the town, though.
You are welcome.
So that's fine. Any more non-aggressions? I wouldn't mind making a non-aggression with this guy either. No, that's fine. We're in a pretty strong position. So let's end the turn. We'll get a nice little bit of public order. The settlement is very unhappy, but we'll hopefully become happy. And we're definitely on our way now to securing our full settlement. Because once we get that walled settlement, we'll be able to make some serious bank. We'll have a lot more building slots. We can start then really focusing. I think this one has iron. So we'll have gold and iron here, or bronze. It looks way more like bronze than it does iron. We'll be able to utilize that. But this is obviously going to be a hard faction to take down. They have some pretty big armies. Luckily, they are starving because of the season, I think. And you do kind of need these smaller settlements because, again, I'm pretty sure that's going to be like light urban, or it's going to be an urban settlement. So it's not going to be good for farming. Whereas, you know, these minor settlements outside are obviously going to be much more crucial for farming. They want a non-aggression pact. Unfortunately, I want to kill them, so we're going to have to decline that. They're busy fighting in the north as well. Seems like they actually did just take another settlement up there. I think that was them. Which, again, is actually pretty scary. Again, I have no idea. She is natural. I don't know who you are. That's my problem. I have no idea who you are. But I guess I'm going to have to keep on intervening because I don't want to lose my control. Did they take that? No, they didn't. It's a different faction. Good. For a second, I wasn't sure if they have a very similar faction flag. Okay, do we have a public order building? Probably is going to be our best idea. We're still making plenty of food. So maybe just a temple wouldn't be a bad idea. Or, like, what type of building gives us the most public order? It's like a tavern, right? Yeah, it's like a tavern. That gives us more spies. A sacred enclosure gives us more cultural happiness, which is great. So it gives us more happiness the more Celtic we are. We're not actually massively Celtic, but it's probably going to be our best bet at happiness overall. I mean, how does it develop, the tree? That's a proving ground, sorry, it's a barracks, which we don't want quite yet. Yeah, oh, this actually expands quite nicely. Oh, we can go into like different bonuses. Nice, to get more money from commerce. Yeah, these are like our shrines. Okay, just cost us maintenance to upkeep. All right. Let me have this one as well, which is really good for influence and happiness. Okay, I think maybe getting a temple here. We can always just change it later on when we don't have a public order issues. I think that's going to be our best bet. This is really good for going to war with people, to your neighbor. The altar, that's awesome. That's commerce, that's food, that's workshops. That's going to be like holdout time and food. Stone quarry. Stone quarry is great to have because it obviously increases the building you can get. This is sanitation wouldn't be bad, actually. Yeah, sanitation is probably more important to get, actually. Because we're probably going to be quite unhappy due to the scholar as well. So actually, let's grab that. Let's grab the basic sanitation in this region. It takes 7 turns to build. But once it's built, it'll be very easy. I mean, getting that quarry there probably would have actually been a better idea. Because does that reduce building time, the quarry? No. Does it later on? No. That'd be kind of a cool building, like a carpenter's hut or something that actually reduces that. Why can't we? Why is this different culture? Subject. Oh, I guess because this isn't my people, so I have to change it to a subjugated people. It would seem, even though it is the same building. Maybe that's a bug, I don't know. But either way, we'll get our army upgraded, we'll get some naked fanatics. I wouldn't mind maybe just another unit of horse. They're a little bit expensive, but that'll give us the edge in the open field. And we're just going to wait to replenish. So cool. This is where I'm going to go ahead and end the episode, guys. Hopefully you enjoyed this. It was kind of a long one, but this is the start of a Let's Play, so I think it's only fair. Next turn, we will continue on, probably doing a siege battle to conquer this settlement, which will be really fun. I imagine it does have a very cool settlement. You can see it's actually leveling up pretty heavily. Oh, they actually have a basic sanitation there. Maybe we don't want it then. If we're just going to take the settlement, then we actually already have the basic sanitation. What else do they have here? They have the port, the fishing quarry, which is good for food, commons, lawmaster, which is public order. Okay, so we could get that sacred ground, actually. Let's do that. Let's give that sacred ground. That will just help out with public order. I guess we'll invest in upgrading that as well. Okay, and then technology-wise, I guess we'll continue on just down this way. Construction cost for buildings. Yeah, we'll go state religion. Not that it'll be a big issue, but we only have 67 Gallic culture, and it is going down as well. So, okay, cool. Well, hopefully you guys enjoyed this. Make sure you go ahead and check out the brand new update coming out tomorrow on Monday for Ancient Empires 2.0. I highly recommend you guys do check it out. Drop a like and a comment if you want to see this again tomorrow. Obviously, drop a like down below, and I'll see you guys in the next one.